All right, rogerver, the bitcoinjesus, the man who really, charged ahead with the fork of Bitcoin or the split of Bitcoin. He had his indictment dismissed today, so he is a free man. Let's break it down. It's rather compelling and interesting. I've talked about it many times before, so let's take a look. So the United States Attorney, the plaintiff, United States of America, the government's unopposed motion to dismiss the indictment without prejudice. There's a rule for it, some background. He was arrested. Date of the motion, factual admissions. He admitted that he controlled at least 130,664 Bitcoins worth about 73 million at the time of his renouncement of citizenship back in 2014. He further admitted that because he renounced the citizenship, he was required to record all his Bitcoin on his taxes. Yet he admitted that when he filed his tax returns, he didn't report ownership of all these Bitcoins. Therefore, the government lost $16 million in taxes. He admitted that it was willful. That's kind of interesting. You see that willful right there, number one, and then it cites a footnote. Willful is defined as an intentional and voluntary violation of a known legal duty. It cites a case there. So in other words, you know that you owe the taxes and that you did not pay them. You've acted willfully. That's willful. So he admitted that and that he was liable. So in agreement, the defendant agreed that among other things, to sign a closing agreement with the IRS, finally determining that his tax liabilities for 2014 and 17, permitting the IRS to assess collection in a sum of no more than 49, just under 50 million, and to pay the interest and penalties. If defendant fulfills this and other conditions of the agreement, the government agrees to move to dismiss the indictment without prejudice. Dismissal without prejudice allows parties to effectually. So he's got a period of time now to pay $50 million to the government. If the government otherwise the government may find leave of court to dismiss the indictment here. So the government basically just moves to dismiss, and the court should grant the government's motion to dismiss. It's without prejudice. Defendant has acknowledged his misconduct. Oh, and he's already paid nearly 50 million in interest and penalties. Okay, so he already paid the 50 million. While the agreement allows the government independent has breached the agreement. So government's ability is so limited in instances where a defendant has breached the agreement. So in this case, Ver's already paid 50 million in taxes and interest. For those reasons, the government should grant the motion. The court should grant the motion. And then here's the next day, which is today. The court granted the motion to dismiss. That's Rule 63 there. So, yeah, so there's the order granting the motion to dismiss, and that without prejudice. The pending motion is moot, and, it looks like it's all going to be. Yeah, so he's a free man, dude. I mean, he's a free man. And I'm enthusiastic about that. This guy, he did. It was a ridiculous indictment if you think about it. Like I thought that the case should have been dismissed without him paying a dime, but he paid his taxes and he generously paid 50 million to the government and got his case dismissed by the government, which is, beyond reasonable. That's like generous as hell for her to do that. I don't think he even had to pay that, but I'm surprised they had jurisdiction over that at all. I think it was past the statute of limitations, but hey, I get it. He's probably under incredible duress over there. I think he was in a detainment in Spain or something, and he couldn't travel. So hats off to Ver for really, sticking to, for paying his taxes. He didn't really stick it to the government. He paid and got his case dismissed, man. So I'm really, just want to report on it. Hope everybody enjoyed a little coverage. I talked about it a number of times before. So for those who don't remember Ver, he's the one that did Bitcoin Cash, created the split in 2017. He really championed the big block Bitcoin. So, we owe him and also hijacking Bitcoin. And I think that was the reason why they caused the indictment, is when that book got published and it started going viral. Boom. They indicted him. That's just wrong. That's called political persecution. So, he's a free man. He had to pay a bunch of money, but he's out. Congratulations for hit the ones. My name is Gavin. I'll see you at the top.